In the early 1940s, the United States was engaged in a desperate race against Nazi Germany to develop the atomic bomb. The scientific director of this project was a brilliant young physicist named Julius Robert Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer was a complex and controversial figure. He was brilliant and dedicated, but he was also flawed and human. He made great contributions to science and to the world, but he also helped to create the most destructive weapon in human history. He is often called the father of the atomic bomb. Julius Robert Oppenheimer was the son of a German immigrant who had made his fortune by importing textiles in New York City. During his undergraduate studies at Harvard University, Oppenheimer excelled in Latin, Greek, physics, and chemistry, published poetry, and studied Eastern philosophy. After graduating in 1925, he sailed for England to do research at the Cavendish Laboratory at the University of Cambridge, which, under the leadership of Lord Ernest Rutherford, had an international reputation for its pioneering studies on atomic structure. At the Cavendish, Oppenheimer had the opportunity to collaborate with the British scientific community in its efforts to advance the cause of atomic research. The rise of Adolf Hitler in Germany stirred his first interest in politics. After the invasion of Poland by Nazi Germany in 1939, the physicists Albert Einstein, Leo Szilard, and Eugene Wigner warned the U.S. government of the danger threatening all of humanity if the Nazis should be the first to make a nuclear bomb. Oppenheimer then began to seek a process for the separation of uranium-235 from natural uranium and to determine the critical mass of uranium required to make such a bomb. In 1942, Oppenheimer was recruited by the U.S. government to lead the Manhattan Project, the secret effort to develop the atomic bomb. He assembled a team of the best scientists in the world at Los Alamos, New Mexico, and they worked for 3 years to develop the bomb. The first test of the atomic bomb was conducted on July 16, 1945, in New Mexico. The explosion was so powerful that it created a mushroom cloud that could be seen for hundreds of miles. After the war, Oppenheimer became a leading figure in the debate over the future of nuclear weapons. He opposed the development of the hydrogen bomb and called for international control of nuclear power. He also served as the director of the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton, New Jersey. On December 21, 1953, he was notified of a military security report unfavorable to him and was accused of having associated with communists in the past, of delaying the naming of Soviet agents, and of opposing the building of the hydrogen bomb. The following year, a security hearing declared him not guilty of treason, but ruled that he should not have access to military secrets. As a result, his contract as advisor to the U.S. Atomic Energy Commission was canceled. The Federation of American Scientists immediately came to his defense with a protest against the trial. Oppenheimer was made the worldwide symbol of the scientist, who, while trying to resolve the moral problems that arise from scientific discovery, becomes the victim of a witch hunt. In 1963 U.S. Press, Lyndon B. Johnson presented Oppenheimer with the Enrico Fermi Award of the Atomic Energy Commission. Oppenheimer retired from the Institute for Advanced Study in 1966 and died of throat cancer the following year. In 2014, 60 years after the proceedings that effectively ended Oppenheimer's career, the U.S. Department of Energy released the full, declassified transcript of the hearing. The newly released material bolstered Oppenheimer's assertions of loyalty and reinforced the perception that a brilliant scientist had been brought low by a bureaucratic cocktail of professional jealousy and McCarthyism. In 2022, the Department of Energy formally vacated the revocation of Oppenheimer's security clearance. Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm claimed that the bias and unfairness of a flawed process had led to his exile from the nuclear establishment. Oppenheimer's story is a reminder of the power of science and the dangers of nuclear weapons. It is a story that is both inspiring and cautionary, and it is a story that we should never forget.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.